Alright, welcome to this nice takeoff, or I might post a full flight since it's a short flight, but we'll see how long the stream is. We are flying A330 today, Airbus 330. From Frankfurt to Zurich, pretty short flight. So yeah, let's get this set up here. Unfortunately, when you send it to, when you send route to avionics, it doesn't work. Anyway, it doesn't. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but we'll see how to set up the FMC anyway. It's still pretty easy, so we're just gonna put in our. Right now we're on the init page here, so we're going from Frankfurt. And you put your slash, and we're going to Zurich, which is Zulu Hotel, and we put that straight in here. That's set up. Flight number, just whatever you want to put your flight number at. Cost index, always somewhere between 0 and 100. Just put 80. Cruising altitude, we're going to go flight level 240. Cruising temperature, yeah, that varies. I just always put something like minus 45, or I put minus 48, that's fine. You know, it gets cold up there, but yeah. There's probably charts that you can figure that out better from. So now, is there another page? No, that's all we have on the initiation page. So, performance, we're gonna check that afterwards. Okay, so we're gonna set in our flight plan first. So we go in a flight plan. So here we have our departure airport and arrival airport, but now we want to set in our waypoints here. So our first waypoint is Necklo. By the way, this would be the same thing for the Airbus 320, 321. Yep. So there we go. We've got Necklo, insert it. Then we have Badly. Put that under Necklo. Insert Pabla, P-A-B-L-A. That goes under Badly. There's Pabla. Herbie. Ooh, I forgot to set in our departure though. I'm gonna set that. Just remembered we forgot that. Herbie. Alright, let me set our departure real quick. So to set up our departure, we have to go all the way up. We click our airport, departure. I think we're taking off from 25 Center. I haven't contacted clearance yet. Let me see. Frankfurt clearance. Request IFR clearance.
Frankfurt clearance, delivery swag, Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 4, 29er, heavy IFR, to Zurich, ready to copy.
Swag Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey for 29er heavy is cleared to Zurich Airport via the Alpha.
Yeah, so
Echo
runway
Kilo Tree
25
Foxtrot
center.
Departure, expect runway 25C, maintain FL 240. Departure frequency is 127. 6 squawk 247 tree.
Alright, so I'll read back.
Cleared to
Supposed to
Zurich
have the. I'm just gonna check something real quick in my settings. I'm supposed to have AI on. Might not be working though, which is unfortunate. AI radio. Okay, it was off. Yeah, sometimes I turn it off. I turn it back on. We'll turn it on for this flight.
Alpha November, Echo Kilo Tree, Foxtrot, departure runway 25.
So our
maintain
departure
FL 240.
is
departure
this one.
frequency is 127.
Insert.
6 squawk 247
Perfect.
tree, swag Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 42, 9er heavy.
Alright. So open up our FMC, or sorry, our EFB again. So after Herbie, so we just set in our departure. We got our clearance, so I just wanted to make sure for the runway. Then it's Nator. Herbie, Nator. Huh, they put it after Let me see something. Something's up here. Pabla. Turn. P-A-B-L-A. Right here. Okay. So we go badly straight to Herbie. See, that's where, I don't know, something's wrong. Go all the way up here. So we go Aneki, and after Aneki to Neklo. So if you want to get rid of your discontinuities here, you just put in Neklo, N-A-K-L-O, and you just put it where the discontinuity is. Neklo, then Badly, and Herbie, and then they put Pabla. So you know what, we're just gonna delete Pabla here. Ah, fuck. Keep clicking the wrong one. Gonna clear Pabla, and instead we're gonna just put our final waypoint. You know, we're not gonna take too much time with this. So Herbie, then Tutix. Then after Tutix, we're gonna go in and set in our arrival, which we have no star, but we're gonna expect ILS runway 14 via direct. Insert that. So take a look at it. Herbie, Tutix. And then there's a discontinuity here. We can get rid of that discontinuity later. For now, we're going to request pushback clearance here. And I'm going to look at my charts.
Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy gate, Delta 1 information Yankee. Request pushback. Swag Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy Frankfurt ground. Pushback approved.
Alright, so pushback is approved. Runway 25 center. Looks like we're right beside it. That's going to be beautiful. So I like to look at where we are on our live map, and then I go compare it to my airport ground chart here, this one. So we're parked somewhere up here. Alright. There we are. So yeah, we're at like gate Delta 1, somewhere up here. So they're probably gonna tell us to taxi to 25 center via, looks like it'll be November 1, Lima 1, something like that. So I just like to get that in my head. And it looks like we're gonna want to push back with our tail facing left. Alright. So let's request pushback now via the ground services. Request pushback.
Frankfurt ground swag Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy requesting pushback. Swag Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy pushback request accepted.
Alright, so pushback's been accepted. I don't know why my flaps are already. I'm gonna put my flaps up here. Gonna put those down after. So parking brake is off. We should start getting pushback soon. First thing I like to do is set my heading to runway heading. So we're gonna be taking off from runway 25. So we know that the heading is something like this. Alright, there we go. It's pushing us back. It's already turning us. So look at that. Spirit Airlines in Frankfurt. Who would have expected that? So we got cleared to our cruising altitude of 24,000, which is going to be set. I like to set my vertical speed. I didn't even set anything. Alright, vertical speed. I like to set vertical speed on takeoff instead of just the regular climbing.
Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy requesting the end of pushback.
Alright, end of pushback.
Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy request to end pushback received. Frankfurt ground swag Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy with Yankee ready to taxi IFR. Swag Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 429er heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 25 C via taxiway November 1 Lima 1. Contact tower on 11.
Alright, there we go. So we got it. November 1 Lima 1. Easy enough.
Charlie Whiskey 429er heavy with Yankee ready to taxi IFR.
Uh-oh.
Swag Foxtrot taxi to and hold short runway 25.
Alright.
C via taxiway November.
Little glitch there.
1 Lima 1 swag. Foxtrot Charlie Whiskey 429er heavy.
Alright, so we're gonna set up now our, on the 320 and 330 we have this other kind of flight bag here that can give us our takeoff. So we're taking off runway 25 center. You press sync to get all your values here. Flaps 2, 3, 1 plus flaps, and calculate. So flexed temp 72. You press send to FMGS, and then that's gonna be right over here in our performance. So we can set 127 as V1, rotate 144, V2 145, 145, that's set. Flex temp was 72, I think it was. And our flaps, I'm not sure how to put in the flaps and trim settings, so we're just gonna ignore that. Alright, it does it automatically, that's cool. So it says we need 4.5 up trim. We already have 13 trim, it says. Let me see if it goes down. If it listens to me here. Down. Yeah, there you go, trim. I like to have the trim up a little higher though on these planes, because sometimes they feel heavy to the takeoff. Alright, flaps 1, that's set. So we'll set our flaps now before I forget. I don't want to reverse thrust. There we go. Alright, flaps are set. 1 plus F, so we've done all our departure steps. Takeoff data uplink, phase, climb, manage, blah blah blah. Okay, I think that's all fine. So now we got a taxi via November 1 and Lima 1. So let me just open this back up. Go to our. So yeah, we're right here. So we're just gonna taxi here. This is November 1 and this is Lima 1, and we're gonna be right at our runway. So let's go ahead and taxi. One last thing I want to check is our SID. See if there's anything important we need. Taking off runway 25 center. So 800 feet. We can start our left turn. And then under above 330, we're going to Aneki. So we're going to fly this departure right here. Max 210. Okay, so that's good to know. Speed max of 210 knots. I'm gonna set it to 195, and we're gonna set selected speed here. Okay, let's taxi. Got all these guys walking in front of us here. Okay, and I can't use my rudder. If you can't use your rudder. Oh my gosh, what's up with this? Of course. Alright. Got my foot on the brakes. If you can't use your rudder, you have to turn this on. I don't know why, don't ask me why, but they don't want you to be able to use your rudder as you come in. Now we can turn. Might be running over this nice lady, who knows. So I think this is November 1 right here in front of us. So we're taxiing via November 1 and Lima 1. Simple enough. I'm going to turn my dome light on here. Shit. Alright, I want to make sure all of my lights are on. Landing lights, yeah, those are on. Where's my dome light? Seat belts, emergency lights, smoking. Isn't it this? Dome lights, dim. No, it's not working. Huh. Alright, well, might not be working, or I might be doing something wrong. I'm not a professional. Alright, here we go. So we are on runway November 1 now. We should be moving up. See, I set it so that... Anyway. Runway 25, is this the hold short line? I think it is.
Frankfurt Tower Swag Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy ready for IFR, departure runway 25C.
Alright.
Swag Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 429er, heavy hold short runway 25C. Traffic is on final.
Oh, there's our traffic.
Hold short runway 25, C Swag Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 429er heavy.
Alright, we should get our takeoff clearance
Swag Foxtrot,
real
Charlie
shortly.
Whiskey 429er, heavy QNH 1034. Cleared for takeoff runway 25C.
Alright, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25, C Swag Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 429er heavy.
Alright, clear for takeoff.
55 Condor 2 tree 6 tree heavy.
Looking for 95. So if you're just joining us, we're taking off from Frankfurt and we're heading to... I forgot where we're heading to. Zurich. Here we go. Runway 25, takeoff. Gonna make a climbing left turn. Try to keep speed below 210 knots. As required by the SID. Here we go. Engine stabilized, and here we go. Alright, V1. Rotate now. Rotating. And we're flying. Positive rate. Gear up.
Swag
Alright,
Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey
bring it
429er,
down a
heavy
little bit
contact
here.
center on 1276. Good day.
Going to 127. 6
Autopilot
Swag
on.
Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 429er heavy.
Auto throttle on.
Center Swag
And
Foxtrot, Charlie Whiskey 429er
nav
heavy
mode
is
set.
at 1,400 feet, climbing FL240.
And
Swag
speed
Foxtrot,
mode
Charlie
set.
Whiskey 429er heavy center QNH 10 tree, 4 radar contact, continue to DF 141.
Alright, flaps up. And we gotta stay below 210 knots for the length of our departure until we reach, I think it's at least DF 137 here. Everything's looking good. QNH set, autopilot's on, nav, vertical speed. And we are climbing. Let's check our SID here. So yeah, here we are. See, it says max 210 knots at DF. I don't know if that's for the length of the SID. No, I think once we pass this waypoint, we're cleared to go a little faster. Alright, got the nice night lights of Frankfurt. Making our right turn past our waypoint. Let's put our range out a little bit just to see. Plane's flying quite nicely, no problems as of yet. Gotta say the night graphics on Flight Sim 2024 are looking good. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Does that mean there's traffic right in front of us there? What's that pink? What's that pink line mean? I don't see any traffic, but it could be higher. Alright, so there's our full takeoff procedure. We set up the FMC, set everything up, and we got our takeoff clearance. So now we're gonna speed up. We can speed up to our 250 here. We're past our waypoint. Check our performance here. Climb phase. Cool. All right. So I'll end the takeoff stream here, and I'll be back for the landing in probably not too long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our landing here. We are approaching runway 14. ATC decided not to work anymore, so we are just not worrying about that. I don't think the localizer's working, or is it? Because it says we're left of it. Yeah, we're low compared to the ground here. Ooh, some glitchy lights. Well, it says we gotta be at 4,000 feet over here, so that's what we're gonna be holding at. It's weird though, we don't have heading. What if I go on managed heading? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're on managed heading, so that localizer is gonna work good for us. Gonna set another notch of flaps here. And we'll check our Oh my gosh, I hate this game sometimes. I really do. It just gets me sometimes. Yes, autopilot on. God's sake. Alright. Oh, and I did it again. Autopilot on. Crazy. Alright. Performance. Phase. Flaps. Alright, there it is. Gonna set our radio arrival to 250 feet. UNH. Alright. Give me that 2500 call out. I think I see some runways over there. should be lining up with pretty shortly. So now we're going to be brought in by our nav, by our just our flight plan's going to bring us into this runway here. So we got to be at 4,000 at ONSEM and then start descending. We're going to keep that speed down, start slowing to almost final. Ooh, nope, selected. What are we doing? Alright. And we're going to record our landing. There we go. Alright, so we're almost at ONSEM. I have runway in sight over there. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Another notch of flaps in. Right. Alright, gear down. Runway's in sight. And we're gonna slowly start descending. ILS didn't work, unfortunately. Like, we've got nothing. If I turn on approach hold, I mean, it says it's not taken, so we're just gonna turn that off and we're gonna fly it in by hand here. Poppies are looking okay. Alright, flaps full. Flaps. Or is that flaps 3? I don't think that's flaps full. Alright. Auto throttle off. And we're gonna hand fly this baby in. Here we go.
1,000.
Now we got our flaps set to full. Gears down. Flaps are full. I've got control. Runway 14 is in sight. We set our auto brakes to low. Perfect. That's what we want. Holding about 160 knots here.
1,000.
Indicated. We've got a left to right wind. Poppies, 2 whites, 2 red for now. Okay, a little bit high. I don't think we have any runway obstructions, so we can start heading down a bit.
400. 100 above. 300. Minimum.
Continue. 200 feet. Oh gosh, we really... Well, it was a smooth landing. Alright. We really floated that one out, didn't we? Alright, reverse thrusters on. Reversing. Oop, no, we're not reversing. Now we're reversing. Alright. Alright, reverse thrusters off. And turning off the runway. Put our spoilers up. Flaps come up also. And welcome to Zurich, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed this flight, this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and we'll get some flights going as Microsoft 2024 starts getting a little bit better. Thank you for watching.